stop. A family shop. Think Thayer. Come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
All right, we're here with Chuck Wentz, assistant men's cross-country coach for BGSU in the lead-up to the 2016 Mid-American Conference Championships at Kent, Ohio. Coach, what do you think is the men's mindset coming into this race, having come off some very difficult competition 2 weeks ago at the pre-nationals?
I think their mindset, they know it's a tough competition. It's a championship. So their mindset had better be ready to run and, compete with some of the best in this part of the country in the Great Lakes region. It's many teams we've seen before. So their mindset should be to go out there and do well, but I guess we'll find out on Saturday.
There's a lot of quality depth in the Mid-American Conference this year. Several teams are regionally ranked, including Eastern Michigan, who is actually nationally ranked. So how does that affect knowing the quality of competition? How does that affect the preparation for Saturday's meet?
It doesn't affect it at all. We go in there with the mindset whether we're racing, a lot of ranked teams or one ranked team. These are teams we've seen multiple times throughout the last year or so in different phases, different types of races. So we're going in there to compete and do well and see what we can get at the end of the race on Saturday. So it really doesn't change much. We don't really fear anyone. Racing against hard, competition is something we've become accustomed to in the MAC.
Noah Schaub has been the team's top runner throughout the season. What are you looking for him to be able to accomplish on Saturday?
Well, Noah's going back home to racing at Kent. He grew up not too far from there. He went to Green High School. So I'm looking for him to do well. But, I have 4 guys that have been separated by less than a second some races. John almost caught him there at the end at Notre Dame, and Tyler wasn't far off. And Cole in workouts and previous races has been there. So I'm looking for Noah to do well, but I'm also looking for at least 5 of our guys to do well. And, that's one of the good things about being on a deep team is we can be interchangeable. And, it's not just one person leading the charge. We have multiple people that can be up in the mix.
Of the runners who have already competed this season that were returning from last year, Cole Tabner was the fastest runner at last year's Max. How has he progressed in this season?
Yeah, he's progressed well. Had a little strain there before Notre Dame, but his aerobic fitness came back, and I think that racing hard at Notre Dame kind of boosted his fitness just a little bit. People forget also that Cole was the top runner for this team as a freshman at Central Michigan at that MAC meet as well. So he brings a lot of experience, and he's gained more of that throughout track and this season too. So Cole's going to bring a lot of experience to the table and really keep that front 4 of a cohesive group together, I believe.
How important is the depth that BGSU has been able to accumulate on the team?
That's important, very important. You get to score 5, you get to race 7, but ideally you want to be able to have about 9 guys that could be in the mix. So we could have a little bit more depth, but we have enough depth to work with and that we feel confident in.